write CUPPS on the hand before we left? Yes. Could you take that out and raise your hand when it's ready? Okay? Let me ask you, did we put a P between Iron Man and Aquaman?
Yes.
All right. That one is for penmanship. Penmanship, so everybody hold up your hand. Iron Man is print, because no letters can what? Touch. Aquaman is? Cursive, because all the letters will touch. Okay? What I'd like you to do, to make sure your teachers know where to look in the book, put a 1 there. The P, if you didn't already, write letters very neatly, and then so the teachers can know where are the penmanship letters pages in his big binder. They're from pages 10 dash what? 27. So if they want to practice penmanship with you so that you can write neater, that's where they'll go. And teachers, in that table of contents, that's what it says. I would suggest that in the very first week of school next year, you make them go over the penmanship rules so that it's like baseball. There's 7 rules, but in baseball, how many strikes do you get?
3.
So if they say, I'm sorry, you broke 4 rules of the penmanship rules, they're not going to be mean. They're going to be firm, like she says, and they'll make you rewrite that part or that page or that sentence, because we want to make sure we can understand it. Go like this, everybody. Say, I. Illegible. I. Indecipherable. And then go like this and say, huh? If they can't understand what you're writing, that means it's too messy, and we don't want that problem. So, let's see where I put a 2. Do you see a 2 anywhere? Where the S is for spelling. All right? Go ahead and put, if you're a teacher or a student, put a 2 there, and we're going to put the word words. When you're learning how to spell words for vocabulary for different subjects, because teachers, you all teach all subjects, correct? Yes. All right. So I put a V right next to the S, because some of our spelling words might not necessarily be for spelling. They might be to help us raise our vocabulary. You said it first. If your teacher can be Pizza Hut and deliver a ticket to your team, what number are you going to put on that ticket? 2. You're so smart. You're her teacher? Yes. Just 1 ticket. All right. And then put a T on the other side. Once you do that, make your body into a T. Do the T first with your pencil. Did you do it with your pencil already? Yeah. And then say T.
T.
Transition. Transmission. Moving. From here. Transition. To here. Teeter. Transition. Totter. See. You're amazing, Henry. Totter. See. Transition. Soft. Teeter. All right. Because what's going to happen is pretty soon you're going to go from spelling words, number 2, with higher V, vocabulary, and even your voice. So let's teach the teachers about voice. Point to your head with a V and say, this voice is in my head. My thoughts. T. And my opinions. What letter? O. Your thoughts and your opinions are inside your head. Let me show you how it works. Just film me, Sharice. Oh, he didn't volunteer, so I have to go to the next table. If you raise your voice, I will never pick you. You have to raise your hand quietly. Just focus on me, Sharice. I got nothing. It doesn't mean there's nothing there. It just means I can't read her mind. So you're going to teach them to express their thoughts and their opinions with their mouth, and then they can graduate to their pencil. Miss, I was wondering why you're doing that. Oh, thanks for letting me know what you were wondering. Miss, you're the most amazing teacher. Oh, that's an opinion. All right? Because that's my vocabulary and my voice. So let me show you a cool trick. Let's change the two V's into a W. If I separate word into two V's, it's saying, oh, let's have some and voice. Next, touch your heart. And you're going to say, my feelings and my emotions. And the exclamation mark. What's the real name for the exclamation mark? Very good. If your heart is, you're such an amazing teacher. Oh. Exclamation. Okay? What pages, hint, hint, look up here, could you find lots of activities for spelling and vocabulary and voice? Okay? I have this one memorized. If you could write these here. Teachers, if you're going to be writing and they're going to move from an idea to an idea, there's about 100 to 200 transition words and phrases on those 2 pages of the digital binder that we're going to send to the school that you can have in your computer. I suggest you also put it in your personal computer. That way, if you ever move somewhere, you can have quick access to penmanship and letters and words and phrases with capitalization. All right? Pretty soon we'll be transitioning to writing in complete what? Sentences. So that's going to take a while because I'm not going to put that yet. What comes after 2 though? 3. Over on the thumb, go ahead and write 3 phrase. A phrase means more than one of these W's. What? Word. Very good, Mariana. Make sure. Oh, is it Jackson? Yes. Jackson, raise one finger until your teacher delivers you a ticket for saying it so quickly. But reminder, if I raise my hand before I ask, what do you have to do before you can answer?
Is that a double R? Raise your hand.
Thank you for correcting my penmanship. My stick on my H was too short, so I was confusing my little friend there. P-H-R-A-S-E. Because some kids forget that since you have a first name, a middle name, and a last name, all 3 of them have to have a what? That's a phrase. Let's practice one. We live in Capital, Mac, Capital, Allen. I don't know why they do that. Comma. Texas. Our country. Capital United. Capital States of America. So if you do this, that's kinesthetic. If you say Captain America, I'm going to think you're talking about this guy over here. So make sure I understand. Oh, you mean capital, not captain. All right? He's missing some arms, teachers, because sometimes when they're writing something for you, you're going to have to teach them to arm. Let me teach you arm. Say, add. A. Green monkey. Put it in. Remove. Red monkey. Take it out. something that doesn't belong there. Like that song, I don't know where it came from, but it stayed in my head, teachers. One of these things just doesn't belong here. Was that Sesame Street? Okay, all right. So if she says, oh, take out that
Vocabulary.
and replace it with, no, a vocabulary that's a little bit higher. Well, I heard higher over on your side, miss. I'm not sure where it came from. Then that would be what they call revising. Because teachers, anytime you're changing content, not conventions, you're working on the revising. You're fixing the content by adding, removing, replacing, or putting it in a different spot.
Moving in a different spot?
Yes, what did you say? Moving. Very good, sir. Because I didn't even say it, your team gets 3 tickets because of you. Let's give that young man a hand, please. Dylan just got 3 tickets for his team. All right, so help me. Arm. A-R-M. A.
Put it away. Put it away.
A.
Wait.
Add. We already said it.
Take it out.
R. Remove. 1 ticket, 1 finger. Yes, but if he says it louder than you, Bernardo, if he says it louder, I won't be able to pay you if I can't hear you. All right, so I'm just going based on what I can hear first. So add, remove, replace, or move. Thank you, Henry. 1 ticket, please. All right. So we're going to practice that, and it's on page 119 dash 120 what?
8.
Go ahead and write that. Raise your hand when you're ready. That's practicing capitalization. All right? And let's remember, I put some quotation marks because you might have Teachers' Capitalization Day where everybody has to wear a cool hat or a cap, but they'll only put it on when they're using a proper noun. Help me? Proper noun. Under capitals. All right? Did I give any yellow hats away yesterday?
No.
Miss Perales, comma. Who is really good about putting capitals at the beginning of their sentence? You can only give me 1 for now. I know you got lots, but Ana Lucia. You get 2 tickets. Are you Ana Lucia? Make sure I can see. If you put it here, you get 4 tickets if you're willing to put it there. So what do y'all want her to do? You don't have to, because it might not make you comfortable. Which one do you want to do? 2 tickets or 4 tickets? All right, let's see. Let me put it on your chin. Put the string towards the front. That way you can pull it off when you need to. Oh, all right. So she's not really that tall, but because the first letter of the first word has to be
Capital.
it looks a little bit taller. So everybody say yellow.
Yellow.
Slow.
Slow.
Make sure you start slowly. Start with a capital and circle that first word so we're not always having the same first word all the time. Miss, who is your? They remember to start a sentence with capital. If we have to take it to the next level, they remember to capitalize their name. If you put the date, those proper nouns. Dylan, do you want 2 for the table? Or 4 if you put it on your head?
4.
Are you going to play with it and make it a toy, or will it be a tool?
2.
Very good. Let's see. Drum roll, please. Pull the string down over your chin. All right. If it hurts, Dylan, you can take it off after a little while, because I know sometimes it just hurts too much. Dr. Tames, where are you? All right. Do you have somebody really good with their capitalization? Henry, come on over here. Ready? Are you going to put it on the table? He's like, right away, dude. Just give me 4 tickets. All right. Help me, everybody. Capital on the first letter and circle the first what? Word. Somebody said word. By themselves. Okay, raise one finger until she finds you. Thank you, my friend. You're fired. All right. So, did you put your quotation marks?
Yeah.
Because you might say,
Capital.
or you might just pretend to put on a what? Cap. Either one is fine with me, teachers, as long as they're paying attention when they're reading. They'll start doing it more when they're writing. Capital Mrs., period, capital Perales, comma. May I go to the restroom, question mark? Capital no, comma. You've contraction gone too many times today, period. That's called verbalize your punctuation day and capitalization. But because that's killing too many birds with one stone, you might say, let's just work on capitalization. Capital, may I go to the restroom? Capital, no, you can't. Capital, I'm going to tell my capital mom. Nope, not capital mom, because you're not calling her that. I'm going to tell mom. Oh, then now it's her name, capital mom. Okay? So, next, 4 for punctuation. I'm going to draw the first one. Table 5, raise your hand. What is the name of that stop sign?
Period.
Very good, 1 ticket. Table 6, raise your hand. What are the 2 names I gave that stop sign?
Exclamation and exclamation.
Oh, Kiara, I love you. Help me with your. Adorable.
Exclamation.
And that's my. These are like genius students. I can tell you guys have taken them to the moon or to the stars. Well, if you're lost in space, that might be a problem.
You like that?
That was table 6, right? Yes. Table 7, raise your hand. What's the stop sign that's missing?
Question mark.
Very good. And it looks like where somebody's asking something and they're waiting for a response. So if you're a teacher, raise your hand. Put this in your notes. If you could have them on regular 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper with crayons or colored pencils or markers, draw a large period, a large exclamation, and a large question mark. And that way when you say stuff to them, they have to hold up the correct one, the correct stop sign. Just make sure they're in red because it's going to stop the sentence. All right? Kind of corny, but it'll help them remember. Oh, miss, it's like a game. All right? Now, how many of you are sitting at a table? Table 8, raise your hand. What is the first letter of table?
T.
Very good. 1 ticket for Valentina's team. Go ahead and make, right there where the yellow touches the white, if you can tell me what letter I made?
A T.
A T. The main one that we use in 2nd and 3rd grade is a simple one. It just slows the sentence down. Called a comma. Commas in a series, teachers. Commas separating the day from the year. Commas, let me see, separating the city from the state. Other little simple things like that. And then we have an apostrophe. Help me. Apostrophe. Commas come on down. They look the same,
But they're different.
very good. So let's put 1 up there. And then for your last one, I drew a little mouth. And I want you to remember that God gave some people dimples so that we could remember that before they talk in writing, They have the opening dimples called the opening quotations, whatever they say, and then the closing dimples called the closing quotation. One ticket for those in the front. Okay? So, let's put two little marks in the front and in the back. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because we need one before I talk
And
after you're done
the
talking.
opening quotation and the closing quotation.
Miss Tracy, did that autofocus improve a little bit? Does it look a little bit better than yesterday? I tried to make this, use the big screen, and I told Miss Perales I just had to reset your projector because it was on that reverse mode, and when it reset, it flipped it back because I was thinking, I don't want them having to read backwards all day. That's not going to be enjoyable. All right. So, those are punctuation marks that we're going to learn, and those are, if you can write, 129 dash punctuation, where are you? I'm right here, puppy. 161. So teachers, there's all kinds of ranges, but because I knew I was going to work with kids all the way down to kinder teachers, it's practicing just phrases, and then they have to see single sentences where those single sentences have 1 or 2 or 3 capitalization mistakes written by real students in Texas. And then sometimes there's going to be multiple choice because on the Iowa whatever, are they multiple choice questions? Okay? Are there going to be some in writing or just reading and math? Okay? Okay. So there's also a section where it's just one sentence, teachers. So everybody raise one finger. If they ask you a question, the question is the red light. So don't take it out, but just tell me, what color monkey would I use for the question? Red. And teachers, I would use the red monkey for the answer. What is the question? What is the answer? Red light, red light. And its teachers going to only have one mistake in the sentence. Because I got to work on sentences before I can work on paragraphs or whole pages, because it just doesn't make sense. And you're only going to find one mistake in those. All right? Next, what comes after 4? 5. All right? 5. Sharice, you can stop the video. Each time I do a new number, you can stop and then start over. Page 5 is